Welcome to the NGRAIN Producer Pro video tutorial about simulating the flow of fluids or electricity. You can simulate the flow of fluid or electricity in an equipment simulation by creating a flow, such as the one shown here. A flow is a sequence of animated arrows. You can change the size, color, speed, and spacing of the arrows to better represent the fluid that you're trying to simulate. For example, you can transition the color of the arrows from red to blue to simulate a fluid cooling. Or, if you want to show a flow inside a part, you can cross-section the model before you add a flow. To create a flow, follow these 7 easy steps. Note that we recommend that you create all flows that you need in the configuration before you create any animations or tasks. 1. Prepare the model to best show the flow. For example, cross-section the model or put parts in context view. We'll take the part that we're going to add a flow to and put it in context view. 2. Click the Create Flow button. The pointer changes to indicate that you're in flow editing mode. 3. Move your pointer over the location on the model where you want the flow to start, and then click to add the first point in the flow path. You must click a location on the model. A sphere marks the location of the point. 4. Continue to create the flow path by adding points. The animated arrows will move in a straight line between each pair of points, so if you need to curve the flow, add points closer together. Five, preview the flow by clicking the Show Hide Flow button. 6. If any of the points are in the wrong place, drag them to a new location. Note that although you can only add points to a location on the model, you can drag points to a location in space. 7. Change the spacing, color, speed, and size of the arrows to better simulate the characteristics of the fluid. We'll try to simulate fluid under pressure by A. Increasing the spacing between the arrows, B. Increasing the speed of the arrows, and C. Increasing the size of the arrows. The arrows now move faster, are larger, and are spaced farther apart. You can also change certain portions of the flow only. We'll transition the color of half of the flow from red to blue to simulate the fluid cooling. To do this, we'll select half of the points by holding down the Shift key and then clicking the last point. When the points are selected, click the Selected Points tab. Click Transition, and then change the ending point color to blue. Half of the arrows now transition from red to blue. When you finish creating the flow, we recommend that you change its name to something meaningful so that if you need to edit it later, you'll be able to easily identify it. To rename a flow, right-click it and then click Rename. Then type a new name. If you happen to create a flow that moves in the wrong direction, you can easily create a reverse of the flow and then delete the original. To do this, right-click the flow name and then click Create Reverse. Delete the original flow. Confirm the deletion, and then show the reversed flow. The arrows now move in the opposite direction. This concludes our overview of simulating the flow of fluids or electricity. For more information, see the NGRAIN Producer Pro Help and NGRAIN User Guide.